Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Monday edition of the live stream, number 151, I believe. Let's open up the chat here. Michael, Dexy, Daryl, Deemer, Mile High Plecos, Victor, Chris. How's everyone doing? All right, I think we might be back. Welcome again to now live stream number 152. That does count as one. Just kidding, but I think we are back. Aquatic MA. I'm guessing that you are Kala by the picture. Changed your name apparently. Yes, if you are not here, restart. And looks like we are definitely back. No sound now? I don't know. Looks like it's working. Yep, looks like we're working. Wes, hello. Floyd, hello. Mr. B's Fishing Things, Aquatic Aquariums, Barbara Jackson, DH Aquatics, Carla, Puppy Love, Jeff's Tanks, Brian, Mr. Science Geek is here. Cole, sounds good here. All right. Well, if you're having problems, just refresh your page. Oh, Life with Pets, hello. Betsy, hello. Mary Beth Mabe, Meat Man, formerly Pork Slinger. Almonds Aquarium, Amen's Aquariums. How's it going, buddy? Kent Katz, hello. We'll let everybody kind of funnel in before I go on a quick rant, and then we'll get back to the fish. Kang Lee is here. How was my day? It started out terrible. I woke up at 3 o'clock feeling like crap. Slowly got better throughout the day, though. Ahoy, hoy. My name should be just Nano Chick. Why, are you really small? Are you the incredible shrinking woman? Hello, Chris. James Floyd says rant. Ricardo, hello. Yay, I like rants, says Tampa Tom. Copper Canyon Aquatics. Oh, we still got people rolling in here. I guess we'll give them another minute. Let's see. Already over 130. Not bad for the technical difficulties at the start. 3 p.m. I don't know what that means. Oh, did I say 3 p.m.? I meant 3 a.m. Normally I get up at like 3:50, but I was not feeling good this morning. My painted platies finally gave birth. Only found one fry, though, says Timmy. Well, hopefully the others are just hiding. Chances are they may have turned into fish food, though. That was a good movie, The Incredible Shrinking Woman. Wasn't that from, like, the 60s or something? I bet we get to 3 hundo. We usually don't even break 2 hundo there, but thanks for your confidence. Vince, how you doing? Pine Tree Looms. To me, my platies took forever to birth them all. Or, yeah, maybe. Flint's Fish Forum says, I'm so excited to get my neon rainbows later this week. That is awesome. It's about time. Eating dumplings and watching Howdy Bob and Fish Fam. We got 160 people here now. Not bad. Not bad for a Monday. Let's see. Just checking something here real quick. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Aquatic Ma says, I spent 1 hour moving tanks outside to paint them, and then it rained. I hate this weather. That's pretty much what happens. Seaside Geckos. I have no idea what that means. Michael Aquarium. Wasn't it Michael's Aquarium? Maybe I'm just losing it. Vince says, I'm good, Bob. Thanks for asking. Yep, glad to see you back. I think that's 2 weeks in a row now, right? Meat Man, I just picked up 5 dwarf neons last Wednesday. Do you know of any racks for 3 20-gallon tanks? Not offhand. I know I've seen people use them, but my rack for 20 gallons is made out of 2x4, so that's probably not what you're looking for. Hey Bob, ever feed banana worms? No, only micro worms. Only micro worms. Seaside geckos with a smiley face. I think that's what that is. I have a turtle. I have a pineapple. Mary Beth Mabe says 174 watching, 81 thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the like button. Says Life with Pets. I agree. We'll probably start the rant in a couple minutes. Corvus Ocean, Corvus Oskin. Corvus Oskin, how you doing, buddy? Rick says, Barbara Jackson, I feed banana worms. Like them more than micro worms. Bob, it's Michael Aquarium from UK. Steve says, share to Facebook, 3 hundo, here we come. So what you're going to rant about, you'll have to stick around for 3 more minutes. I'll go at 10 after. Casey, how you doing, buddy? About to pick up a tub for a summer tubbing breeding project. What are you going to breed? What are you going to breed? I'm thinking about doing it with my longfin white cloud minnows, but I don't know that I trust tubs outside of my neighborhood, to be honest. Should I make a stand for 150 out of 2x6 or 2x4 be strong enough? I feel if you make it right, 2x4 will be strong enough. I almost used 2x6 for my tank that I just built, but I went with 2x4s because I knew it would be strong enough and I wanted the extra space, if that makes any sense. Hey mate, what's been going on in the fish world? Steven, not a whole lot, my friend. Same old, same old. Richard James says clickbait. Yep, because I am definitely known for clickbait. Simply Beta, is Simply Beta here? I guess so. Did I miss Simply Beta? Oh, right there. Clickbait title. Yep. Well, to be fair, I am ranting about Simply Beta, so you know. Goliad Farm Redtail, I probably didn't pronounce that right. Farms Redtail Blue Variatus Plat. Does that, you really have a fish with like 7 words in it? Really? Rant Bob Rant lurking in Toledo, Ohio. Rant. Alright. How can you tell the difference between a male tiger barb and a female? I have never really looked into that. How to sex tiger barbs. When mature, male tiger barbs will show bright red noses. His dorsal fin will have a red line above the mainly black fin, and his ventral fins will turn bright red. When in spawning condition or fighting for a higher rank in the shoal, the male stripes turn a slight metallic green color. There you go, look for red. The more you know. Now, some of us learned something today. Has your fish room exploded? Exploded? Not yet. Not yet. Alright, it is 10 after, so this is just going to be a quick rant because this has actually happened a couple times now. And that is people trying to get my personal information through friends and other avenues. I feel like it should be pretty common sense that you should not be harassing my friends or acquaintances trying or demanding my personal information, specifically my phone number. It's not that hard to get a hold of me. No one's gonna give you my phone number, so you're just wasting everyone's time. But this has happened multiple times recently, as a matter of fact, and it's getting out of control. And I'm sure those people don't even watch my live stream, but I feel like that's pretty common sense, right? Like, you shouldn't be looking at my friends list or, you know, people I collab with and demanding my phone number. That's a little ridiculous. Come on, people. That just seems like common sense to me. Seriously, get a life, rando creepers. Yeah, and it's really weird. It is. It's just really weird. What's your first name? The world wants to know. I mean, yeah. I mean, I have a Facebook group. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. It's not that hard to get a hold of me. You're not going to get my phone number. Some people have even harassed people that don't even have my phone number, which is crazy. So, I mean, it's not even really a rant. It's more like, that's just common sense for anyone on YouTube, right? Aquarium Co-op says my number is 1-800-BRISKET-BRO. That could be it. That should be it. So this is an auction for your phone number hosted by Taylor. Yeah, I think Taylor said she will give out my phone number for the highest price, but I'm actually changing my phone number. So, I mean, the weird thing is like, I don't know what it is, because I don't know if this happens to other people that have channels. Like I had that really bad stalker last year, and now like I don't know if it's, you know, it's a springtime thing and people want my number, but it's ridiculous, folks. No one's gonna give you my number. If you really want to get a hold of me that bad, just go on my Facebook group. It's not that hard. Brisket Bros. Largest super chat gets his phone number. I mean, I'll give you my home phone number. What's your AOL Instant Messenger screen name? Oh my gosh, what was it? Man, I don't remember. That was so long ago. Why can't people just be decent human beings and stop trying to harass people? Yeah, I'd be curious. We got quite a few YouTubers in here. I'm kind of curious. Maybe I should like make a video of some kind of collab. Like, what's the weirdest thing? I know I was talking to Rachel O'Leary about this, and she's had some really freaky things happen. Of course, her channel is way larger than mine, so I'm not, you know, I know, well, I won't speak of Aquarium Co-op. I'll let him say if he wants to say stuff, but people are weird these days. It's crazy. I know how you feel. My 57 subscribers are relentless. Bob, just feed my fish tonight, and I noticed bronze corridor catfish, his eye sticking off his head. What could have caused it? Maybe another fish was picking at it, or it got caught on something, ran into something. I could be on that video. Yeah, I think I'm onto something, Corvus. And I know a couple of your stories that you've told too, so it's just common sense, people. Stranger in a strange land. Yeah, I wish I could tell specifics as far as what these people have done, but you know, I'm not gonna. I have names of some of these people, and I'm not gonna like throw names out there because their intentions might be really good and they might be good people, but just to expect that kind of stuff and get mad when you don't get it and then blow up on my friends and get weird, you know, that's kind of weird. Yeah, that's Bizarre Man. Oh, where'd that go? People should know better. I'm sure that's why Solid Gold has top-notch security system on her fish room and house. Yeah, we all pretty much do at this point, and you're probably going to get one too, Simply Beta. If you keep growing the way you are, you're definitely going to need one. And did you guys hear about the, I think it was the slow-mo guy? So, one of the creators of the slow-mo guys, I think like the YouTube channel, and his girlfriend is a big YouTuber too. Like, some freak just went and broke into their house and was trying to kill them. And that happened about 2 months ago. So, you definitely need to watch out for psychos. Bob's number is 8675309. Funny enough, when I go to like Safeway and buy groceries, that's the number I use. And it works. I get my discount with it. I don't know whoever is using that for their Safeway club points is getting club points from me, so you're welcome. I thought we were going to talk fish. Yes, we will after the rant. The rant's pretty much over. Like, use common sense, people. That's why I keep my channel so small. Oh, that's why. We talk about everything. Yes, if I was stalking Bob, I'd be at his house right now in the trees. Joke's on you, I don't have any trees. I like to keep my perimeter clear so I can see everyone that's coming. Mainly so my dogs can see everyone. I used to work with one of the slow-mo guys at a studio. Holy crap, I didn't know someone broke into his house. Yep. And what happened? So they were hiding in the closet, calling the cops, and the guy couldn't find them. And when he went out, he shot at the cops were like in the driveway, shot at him, and they killed him. But yeah, crazy. Sounds like the fish fam has a couple creepy uncles. Hey man, we're fish people, we're weird. Just try to control your weirdness. That's all we're asking. Just wait for Bob in the meat section of the grocery store. I could tell you a funny story about that, but I won't. I once heard a saying, locks only keep honest people out. Yep, that's true. Hey, why was Vince timed out here? Well, I don't care what you do, but you have to check out Deb Tim, a Canadian girl. I'm already subscribed to her, Vince. I know it doesn't sound like a fish channel, but it is. Not only am I subscribed to Deb, we are friends. We are friends on Facebook, Vince. Sorry you got timed out. There really is never a need to time out Pine Tree Looms. Just throwing that out there. But yes, Deb Tim, a Canadian girl. I've been watching her videos since I started. Yeah. She was actually one of my first subscribers too, I believe. If I remember right. Bob shouted her channel out last year. Yeah, I think last February I was doing when I did daily videos, I did a channel every day. I shouted out a channel every day, I believe. If I remember that right. Controlled weirdness, absolutely. All this talk of stalkers makes me want to get another Japanese Mastiff for security. That's why I got a Mastiff and a German Shepherd. Not really. I got my Shepherd way before. What else? Oh yeah, we went out to hike and he brought in. We went out to hike and he brought an uncooked steak with him in his bag. Oh, that's true. I bought it at the grocery store on the way to the hike, but I did bring a steak. To be fair, that was for Chance, not for me though. But I just spent a lot of money on meat yesterday, but again, that's for the dogs, not for me. Okay, booby traps. I wish that was legal. Have you ever watched Eslim stream PUBG? One of the best streams? Nope. Great. Now creepers are here in the fish fam. You know. I don't know. I don't know if they're in the fish fam, but. Hey Bob, we want more hiking vids. Probably. I gotta go collecting again. Okay, gotta take the trash out, but looking for stalkers. What else we got going on? My dog licks people to death. I'm proud to be a weird nerd. 2 Dobermans, enough said. Dogs are good. They give you an extra 3 seconds to get your gun. Alright, anyways, so let's get to some fish. Who's got fish questions? Who wants to talk about fish? Anyone get any aquariums from the $1 a gallon sale that's going on right now? I might go to PetSmart and see if I can con my way into some 40 breeders for $1 a gallon. So far, it's still worked. If you go to PetSmart, if they have Aqueon aquariums, they will price match the $1 per gallon sale. And sometimes they'll give you the 40s for the $1 a gallon. What should male-female ratio be for dwarf and neons if I want to attempt to breed them? I would get, well, it depends. Probably 1 male to 3 females-ish. Aquatic Ma, I have a fish question. Let's get the fish questions going. No, just bought a Fluval Flex. I always wanted to try that aquarium. I'm not sure that I like the rounded glass, though. You have to let me know if you like it. It's really hard to, well, for me, because I'm an amateur, to film rounded aquariums. I have a question. Do stem plants actually need substrate? Could I just tie some Laguidia down and fert the water? Well, they do get nutrients from the water column, but they still will root into the substrate. You can try it. The thing with stem plants, if you don't plant them, they'll send roots out to try and find like substrate to plant in. Same thing if you like float stem plants for a while, they'll start growing roots out of everywhere and it'll look all stringy. I think that's going to be your only problem. My Pet Supplies Plus sells 40 breeders for $1 a gallon. There you go. We don't have anything but PetSmart and Petco here, so you have to try to use them to con each other. Just started 2 more tanks this week. My Cory spawn and I have eggs. Awesome. What kind of Corys? Too many guppy fry. How to slow down population with one small fish that won't hurt adult guppies. Tampa Tom, when I want to cut back production on my guppies, I cut back feeding, and that kind of stops them from producing as much. Spotted headstanders, can you get them still? Only remember seeing them in the 80s. Yes, they are still available. I don't know if they're a seasonal thing, but I have seen them every once in a while in my local fish store. Daniel says, just bought 5 Bosemani rainbows. How long does it take for them to color up like yours? They're about an inch at the moment. Well, that depends on your care and how much you're feeding. If you really want them to grow faster, you would feed them a lot and do a lot of water changes. But normally you can get them to good size and color in about a year. Are mineral rocks good for shrimp tanks? Well, Chris, I'm not a shrimp expert, but I do know that people put like mineral stones and like various mineral type products in their shrimp tanks. My advice would be to go and look up Flip Aquatics on YouTube, and I'm sure you can find some information there. My S respond 3 healthy week-old fry. I need a decent price hood for both my 29s. My Tetra LED lids exploded when I plugged them in. I think they got wet. Oh, man. I make my own hoods, so I don't know. I know sometimes you can get the hoods at Dr. and Foster Smith. Sometimes they have really good sales, but I haven't looked in a long time since I started making my own. So I'm not sure where you could get a good deal on those. Has Potato moved yet? Nope, Potato has not moved. I used to feed my adult guppies a lot so they wouldn't eat the fry. Now I wish they would eat them. Yeah, I mean seriously, it works for me. Just cut back feeding and they won't breed as much. How's the 30-gallon doing? My 30-gallon nano tank? Is that the one you're talking about? It's doing well. Bought an albino pleco, but he's turning yellow. Is that normal? Yes. Yep. The yellower, the better, in my experience. Usually, in my experience, when albino plecos start turning like a pasty white, they're pretty much going to die. All my super duper healthy albino plecos are really yellow. Sorry I asked this question earlier, Bob, but how's the outlet situation? That's gonna be a long work in progress. So far, no more fires though. So that's good. Although a lot of my tanks are suffering because of I've unplugged tons of lights temporarily. So I'm getting crazy algae blooms. The balance is way off in most of my tanks. Plus the sun has been out shining through my window, so that's not helping either. So most of my tanks don't look that great right now, but they're all being tore down anyway, so it doesn't matter. Got some red neon blue eye rainbows recently. Hadn't heard of them before, and they are very pretty. Have you kept or bred them? I have never bred them. Yes, but I have kept them. Which ones do I have now? They're the pseudomcgills, the nano, what I call nano rainbow fish. But yeah, there's tons of different species, and I believe right now the only ones I have are the luminatus. But yeah, those are the only pseudomcgills I have right now. Hi Bob, crushed coral as a substrate for German blue rams, and 20-gallon planted tank too small for 3 rams. You might have problems if they start breeding. Otherwise, it'll be okay. And crushed coral might keep your pH a bit too high for German blue rams. Currently, how many tanks are in the room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think I'm down to 18 in the fish room. Still have the rainbow shiners in the 125. Are they seasonal? Can't find them. That's going to be a really rare fish to find in a fish store. I had to special order mine through my LFS. They're just, they're not really seasonal. I mean, they're local to the US. It's just a lot of people don't sell them, or a lot of stores don't sell them. Because when you buy them, they're really small and they actually don't get that color. I swear it takes like 2 to 3 years for them to get that real nice color. Buster says, make sure to use sponge filter with your small rainbows. I messed up, lost mine to the filter when I moved them. Yep. Use sponge filters. Long time no see. What's new? I miss anything interesting? Nah, same old. Almost burned down my house with an outlet, but we're past that now. We should be safe. It's almost that time again. About to hit the road. We'll be listening while I can. Have a great chat. Awesome fish keepers. Thank you, Nisi. Drive safe. Avery. Oh, I just butchered that right from the start. Live bear tank. 75-gallon breeding tank with guppies, platies, endlers. Would you recommend? You don't want guppies and endlers in the same tank. And your platies are going to eat your guppies or endlers fry. So I would pick guppies or endlers and just stick with that. And then probably throw some shrimp in there if you like shrimp. What is your dream setup? Probably like everyone else's, the largest possible tank, and then planted. Well, the largest possible tank would be like everyone else, and then me specifically would be planted with rainbow fish, epistogrammas, huge school of corridoras. Not in Montana? What? When did you reschedule the overhaul to be finished? Well, it's kind of a day-by-day thing now. Slowly just taking down tanks. I got some new rainbow fish that I'll be showing off. Well, they're not new anymore. I've been holding on to them for a while, but I'll finally put them in a video. Well, they're finally going to be released in a video this Wednesday. I think I'm releasing that video. Fish keeping, basically some weirdo stock Bob trying to get his personal info. Yep. Wow, YouTube, thanks for the 30-minute late notification. That's why, Charles. That's why we have it at the same time, on the same day, every week. Here's a question that's been on my mind. Is your fish room on the main floor, or is it just supported really good? It is on the bottom floor. The bottom floor on concrete. It's snowing tomorrow. That's not spring. Jeff Rose with the first super chat of the night, $5 super chat. I'm severely late to the stream. What shouldn't you have to say, Bob? Oh, and what's up, Bob and the fish fam? Jeff Rose, I'm sorry to have to say it, but you're gonna have to rewind. We don't want to get on another rant. It's about 10 minutes in. I believe I have the DVR enabled, so you can rewind or just watch it later. But if you watch it later, just skip to 10 minutes. Well, it might be longer because we had some technical difficulties, but right around 10 minutes. And it's basically just people harassing other people, trying to get my personal information. And it's happened multiple times now, so I figured might as well address it and hopefully get it to stop, but it probably won't. One step at a time, lots of steps. Yep. What snails would you breed to feed pea puffers? I would not. Pea puffers don't need snails, Tampa Tom. You just need bloodworms, just frozen bloodworms. You don't have to worry about their teeth. Dwarf tiger Oscars, somebody develop these soon. I'm surprised that's not already a thing, but I mean, how dwarf could you get it? It's still going to be pretty big. Rant, 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 rant. Well, you know what they say about the 1st of May? I have no idea. I'm supposed to get 9 to 12 inches of snow tonight. Really don't want to have to rearrange these lesson plans in the middle of my novel my class is reading. Man, I'm jealous. Everyone's getting snow but me. I'm bright and sunny and warm. I want snow. Snow. But if you really want to do ram's horns, yeah, do ram's horns if you really want to. But honestly, it'd be so much easier just to do frozen bloodworms. They start off dwarf, then they will grow. Yeah, that's true. Peppy the Frog says, what happened to the 150 stream? It got deleted, and it should be there. Did I forget to release it? That sounds like something I would do. You should be able to find it on my channel, but it's probably not. I might have forgot to release it. Whoops. I'll look at that afterwards. Yes, pea puffers still like snails, but they don't need them. And I don't know. Snails are kind of. I'm over snails. I've had to deal with snails for so long. I might be a little biased. Okay. Loaches. Dwarf Dwarf Oskin. Okay. Good to know. I want a pea puffer. Yep, they're one of the few puffers you don't have to worry about their teeth. I want mosquito larvae. I need 80-degree weather. I did mosquito larvae, I think last year for the first time ever outside, and it's the first time ever that I had like a problem with mosquitoes all summer, so I'm never doing those again. Bob, have you ever used an Aquaneat full spectrum light for your Planet Dank, and what do you think of the Aquaneat light? I've never used the full spectrum one, but I do have a bunch of just the regular white with a few blues mixed in, and I think they're a really good value. So far I haven't had any problems. I think I own about 10 of them, and no issues yet. Bob needs snow. He is a polar bear. I do need snow. I definitely need snow. Pea puffers like snails but don't need them. Like I said, likes the brisket but doesn't need it. Oh yeah. Yep, good analogy. Pleco Nation. I like that name. I really like that name. With the $2 super chat, thank you, my friend. Mr. B's fishing thing says he loves Aquaneats. I'm doing another guppy pond this year. Sadly, I don't want guppies. Any recommendations, anyone? White cloud minnows. I am surprised by how much I like my white cloud minnows. Hey mate, what's the good Phoenix to buy? I don't really like Phoenix anymore, so I can't really recommend one. I feel like they're I don't know. I'm not gonna rant about them, but I can't really recommend one. A lot of people like the Stingray. I don't like it anymore. All of mine are starting to break, so it's really frustrating. And by break, like a lot of the LEDs have stopped working in them. Magic 21 Mom says, I mostly have Aquaneat lights. Yes, and I know LR Brett's Aquatics, like his whole fish room, I believe, is Aquaneat. I want to try Japanese rice fish in the summer. That's another good one. That's another good fish to do. Depending on your weather, you could try Goodeids. Nobody does Goodeids. I think your problem with Goodeids is going to be getting rid of them, though. A lot of people don't know about them. Don't forget to thumbs up, like Brian says. Absolutely, don't forget to thumbs up. I know a guy you know that is coming to visit soon that has some. Always speaking in code. My favorite Tetra is the HY511, the whitefin Tetra. But if you just Google HY511 Tetra, that is one of my favorite Tetras. I don't know that I have like one that's my absolute all-time favorite. I really like Rummy-Nose Tetra, but I've never really kept them, which is kind of weird. I'm hoping that by the time I'm done with my fish room, I can get a school of them somewhere. Goodeids are starting to gain some popularity. You could always list them online. Yeah, if you want to ship. Bob, normal white clouds or 24 karat gold? I like them all. I currently have longfin white cloud minnows, just the normal color. What was that corridor number you said was your holy grail? It's CW111. Yes, you did miss a rant. It's about the 10-minute mark is when it starts. Nope, 150 is not there. All right, I probably forgot to release it. I'll do that after the stream. Charles says, I always buy the goodieads at the club meeting, so there's one person. Yep. I used to keep tequila goodieads, but now I want trout goodieads. Just got Greg Sage's swordtails. They're cool, but should have got some pseudo rainbows. Yep. I love my pseudo McGills, especially the frittata. I think the pseudo McGill frittata is like one of the best looking freshwater fish ever. It's definitely like a top. It's definitely a top 10. I don't know if I put it at top 5, but the frittata is definitely a top 10 best looking freshwater fish. Anyone here have CW111? I can guarantee you, Tom, that nobody here has CW111. I'll watch it on replay because rants aren't great. It's not even that great of a rant, but, you know, it was a rant. What fish would you put with guppies in a pond that will breed? Plecos, bushy nose plecos, or shrimp. I know it's not a fish, but how do I get calcium in my community tank for my mystery snails? You could do cuttlebones, you could do eggshells, you could put in crushed coral. A lot of people will put crushed coral in like a nylon bag and put it in their filter. So there's a few ways for you. I just got an Evo with a purple firefish. Interesting. I had a firefish once. It jumped out all the time. It was the most annoying fish in the world. Tips on keeping Daphnia. I have never kept Daphnia, but I can send you over to Aquarium Co-op. One of his first videos is on Daphnia, so check it out. But I've never kept Daphnia. I've heard too many stories of people crashing their Daphnia cultures, and it just seems like a pain in the butt. I do love them though. I do buy them when they have them at the fish store. But as far as raising my own, I probably will never do it. I've used those cheap LEDs you get at hardware stores. Lights well and last at least a year before burning out. None of my Costco LED lights have burned out. So, I mean, they're $40 for the 48-inch model, 46-inch model. Crushed up eggshell that's been boiled. There you go. I scored some juvenile rainbows. Do they need flow or am I just tiring them? I wouldn't give them too much flow, but I mean, they are from like rivers, so a little flow is not going to hurt them. Turtle Girl says, I feel so random and delirious, so if I say something weird, just ignore me. All right. Don't use an airstone with water fleas. All right. I add calcium supplement to my Repashy and they love it. There's another good idea you could do. I'm always adding stuff to my Repashy. I can't remember the last time I used just regular Repashy. I buy and feed freeze-dried Daphnia to my bettas. Not sure how nutritious it is though in this form. What's the crested gecko's name? Still doesn't have a name. Why are you supposed to boil eggshells before adding? Yeah, I was kind of wondering that myself. I've never boiled them. Costco is pretty awesome. They had their storage totes on sale again. Yeah, I think they're like $6. LED lights are supposed to last forever. What's going on? Just poor build quality, poor construction, poor parts, etc. How do you spell that? Pseudo McGill fajita? I bet Google will still find it. Pseudo McGill is PSUE. PS. Pseudo PS. Costco also had some sweet commercial grade racks that could hold 600 pounds or something. I have the really big Costco racks, like the really big beefy ones that are like 6 feet long. I have 2 of those in my garage. They're housing a lot of empty tanks. To kill the possible bacteria. I guess that makes sense. I sun dry my eggshell. Pseudo McGill's. There you go. Oh, EU. PS EU. Excuse me. Furcata is Furcata. There's a layer of something inside the egg that has to be taken off the egg. Interesting. Ask Google. Let me Google that for you. I love that website. I use calcium carbonate that is marketed for reptiles. Well, I guess I'll have to start boiling my eggshells if I ever keep snails again. Does anybody know a dewormer that's shrimp friendly? Ooh, I'm not going to answer that question. I'm not going to be liable for your shrimp. One day you'll have to show us your mother lode of stored tanks in the garage. Gosh, how many are out there? There's probably 40 tanks in my garage. Ish. Granted, there's probably like half of them are 10-gallon tanks, but still. I have a lot of 10 gallons. I have a lot of 20 longs. I have obviously the 240, the 125, the 125 long, a ton of 20-gallon acrylics, a couple 37-gallon acrylic tanks, some 20 tall acrylic tanks, all kinds of crap. Does anyone know how to kill mini ram's horn snails? Get some loaches. They'll do the job for you. Will 2 caves work for 2 female and 1 male Epistogramma borellii? I mean, 1 cave would work, but 2 would be better. The more you can give them, the happier they will be, because they'll be able to pick their favorite one. Let's see. What have I missed here? I'm sure I've missed something. Use levamisol. I eat vegetables without washing them. Ooh. Does anyone know how to kill... Oh, I already got that one. I think I'm actually... I do live bloodworm and live brine shrimp. My fish like them. I love blackworms. Live blackworms is one of my favorite things to feed shrimp. Help, my hubby bought a bag of kale. How do I eat this stuff? Just put it in your mouth and chew. That is like one of the most boring foods ever, but it's so good for you. Which loaches will eat mini ram's horn snails? They're barely the size of a pin. Get dwarf chain loaches. Dwarf chain loaches. They're kind of spendy, but they're super awesome. Or coolie loaches are another small one. Simply better. Google kale chips. Just a little bit of salt and oil. I don't know. I've tried the kale chips. It's not much different, honestly, than just eating it raw. I just eat it raw. It's just easier. Where do you get live blackworms? From my local fish store. I eat kale raw with a tiny bit of dressing. Tear off the stems if they're too big. Yeah, it's just easier to eat them raw than to cook them. Don't listen to Turtle Girl. Simply better follow my directions and simply throw it out. I'm pretty sure kale is a superfood, isn't it? Use Rapashi Big Burger? Never heard of that. I do the same thing with spinach. I just eat it. Bob, you never made kale chips? I tried it once. Way back a long time ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago, I was trying to eat healthy, and I was trying to find a way to make kale better, and it was just easier just to eat it raw. Just lightly wash the kale, then add directly to the compost pile. I don't know what the problem is. I mean, yeah, it's bland, but I mean, people eat lettuce. What's the difference? Lettuce has no taste. I mean, seriously. Not only does lettuce not have any taste, it doesn't have any nutritional value. It's just a waste of space, a waste of time. All this talk about healthy foods really makes me want a nice juicy cheeseburger. I guess kale isn't so bad. It's like spinach. Yep. Guys, you can do lots with kales. Dwarf chain loaches, love them, but expensive for a group. Yeah. I have 3 of them, and I feel bad because I need to get more. But they don't come around very often. I don't know why. Anger, eat your greens. All right. What fish are good for a 45 gallon? There's so many fish. Just find a fish that you like, and then, or find a type of fish that you like, and then find one that will fit in a 45 gallon. Lettuce tastes like water. Kale and spinach taste like water. And some weird, gross flavoring. I think kale and spinach taste better than lettuce, but that's just me. I'm probably going to keep asking until someone answers me. All right. Iceberg has limited nutrients. Yeah, iceberg lettuce is worthless. They shouldn't even sell that stuff. Popcorn, another useless food, no nutritional value. I think the only food that has 0 nutritional value is, it's not even food, is alcohol and soda. Alcohol and soda, I think, are the only 2 things that have absolutely no nutrients. I could be wrong. Rummy nose. I got breeding group of Characotin something. Black Prince Goodied. Same species as Corey. Yeah, the Black Prince Goodied is nice. I don't like pronouncing their scientific names. Mainly because I can't. If you take that total volume of a 3-month-old Arapima, you can fit it inside... What? Anyways, water has 0 nutritional value. I mean, there's minerals in it. That offers something, though. Pickles are nasty. I agree, Flynn. Finally, a food we can agree on. Beer has a lot of... No. Soda and alcohol both have sugar, which is a nutrient, depend on... Popcorn is just an excuse for someone to empty your wallet. When I was super duper broke, way back in the day, I would buy microwave popcorn because they're really cheap, and like 1 bag is basically a meal. Oh man, those days. Mangoes are good. Also, soda and alcohol both have carbohydrates. And celery. Celery is useless except to slap husbands across the face. I like celery. Anyways, we got 10 minutes. Any fish questions here? Fish questions. Time to reel it back in. We're getting off topic again. This isn't the Thursday stream, people. Food. So much food. People just want to talk food. I keep getting rainbows by accident. Fry keep coming on plants. That's a pretty good problem to have, Kathy. You and Flynn both hate pickles and pineapple. Anybody ever have some ideas? Guys, what are some ideas for 45 gallon? Zucchini, okay. Nitrogen has no nutritional value to humans, so don't eat your sponge. All right. 2 species of fish that won't eat each other and the shrimp. I want to add, I have a 55 gallon. Almost any nano species will work for you. You can do rasboras. There's lots of smaller tetras you could do. I mean, they might pick off some small baby shrimp every once in a while, but for the most part, you should be okay. How's the 33 gallon long? It's my favorite. That is another tank that is empty in my garage. Even if I never use that tank again, I will still never get rid of it. It's such a rare size, and I think that was the first tank I ever resealed by myself, so it has, you know, it has some emotional attachment to it. What's your favorite jumping fish? Rainbow fish? My rainbow fish jump all the time. So what Corey's handle? Low 70s? Salt and pepper corridoras. My 33 is awesome, thanks. I fed my angelfish and tetras a piece of cheese yesterday. Interesting. Has someone stolen a potato yet? Nope, he's still here. He's still here. But the turtle girl, you will be glad to hear that Hemi finally ate. My snake finally ate. It did take a live rat, unfortunately, but it did eat. So at least there's that. Sentimental value gets me every time. Yep. It's more the the fact that 33-gallon longs are so hard to find. Only tank I won't sell is my 33. Yeah, I wish I could find more. I know they had a bunch of 33-gallon longs for sale at the Aquatic Experience, and Chris, I know he bought one, but I think he might have bought all of them. I don't remember. Yay, go Hemi. Yep. Are you keeping her or have to feed her live then? I'm probably going to keep her. She did strike at chance the other day, though. That was kind of funny. Probably gave herself a concussion, but trying to strike through glass is not a good idea. Looks like I'm going to start trapping the local rodents again. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. The thing is that I fed it a live rat, and then it didn't eat it. So it was in there for a day, and I thought, great, now I'm gonna have a pet rat. And then I was like playing with the rat, so I was like, hey, this rat's pretty cool, and it had like a skunk face, and I was like, hey, I kind of like this rat. And then the next day it was gone, and then I was sad. I was like, dang, I like that rat. Hard to find. Your fish store will order you one. You can't even order them here. There's no suppliers in Washington, like no wholesalers carry the 33-gallon long. I mean, that's what my local fish store told me. So maybe any of the suppliers that my local fish store goes through can't order them. But it's the same people that supply like all the Aqueon tanks to all the fish stores, so I don't think we can get them. I used to keep snakes. Snake poop is terrible. You use a street rat? No. Tips on white worms. Maybe someone in chat. Like I said, the only worms I've ever kept is micro worms. That's all I can help you with. I really, really, really want a snake so bad. I want a pied ball python. We'll get one. Ball pythons are like the tamest thing ever. They're probably less dangerous than your turtles, for crying out loud. She was so hungry she wanted a 70-pound rat. Yeah. Well, she was just sitting on her perch. This was after eating the rat. She was sitting on her perch under the heat lamp, and he came up and tried to smell her. Got a little too close, tried to smell her through the glass. That's how you get your snake to eat. Make it jealous. What do you think of buying black worms off Aquabid? There aren't any local shops. Kathy, I would read the reviews of other people that have bought them, and then see how far away you are from the person selling them and what kind of shipping they offer. Because honestly, I mean, I've never bought black worms through the mail, and I've also never shipped them, but I know after a day, they can get pretty nasty. So I don't know. I mean, obviously they have to ship them somehow, so I don't know. If they're cheap enough, you could always try it, but I would read the reviews first, and then, like I said, see how far away they are. Vince says, well, Bob, I gotta go. This has been fun. Can't wait for next week. See you, and see you next week on the Big Steen live stream. Bye, guys. See you later, Vince. Thanks for stopping by. Roger says, I used to own 2 7-foot red tails. What's the name of the python that is native to Olympic Peninsula? It's not a python, it's a boa. It's the rubber boa. Like, the only boa constrictor that you will find is the rubber boa. And they're actually really interesting. I would love to get them, but it's illegal to collect them. The only way for me to get a rubber boa is to buy it out of state and have it shipped in. And they're only like 3 feet long. They do well in cold weather, obviously. And if you get them, they'll wrap around your neck and just stay there for warmth and just hang out on your neck. They're super awesome snakes. The rubber boa. There's no need to virtual signal towards Bob, whatever that means. Bob, you ever kept red fin catfish in your life? No. Nope. Definitely not. She was getting you back for starving her half to death. She said, I'm gonna eat this little friend. Hey, she starved herself. Bob, since I was 45 minutes late, do you mind running 45 minutes long? No. No, Jamie, but you're more than welcome to watch the replay. My batch of blackworms are over 2 months old. I feed them once a week. Chicken lips, yeah, you can keep them for a while. They definitely require maintenance, though. That's what I'm just saying. Like, when I get blackworms, like, I clean them every single day. And so when they're in the mail, they obviously can't be cleaned. So I don't know how that works. But I don't know. I'd be curious. Maybe someone has ordered blackworms in the mail before. My toddler tried to send a super chat. I like your toddler. Rubber boa, thanks. Yep. Also, one of my favorite lizards, the alligator lizard, is native to me, but again, it is illegal for me to collect it, so I have to order them out of state. But the rubber boa and the alligator lizard is like really hard to find online. I don't know why no one wants them, but apparently no one does. Rats are cool pets. My daughter had one named Puckers. Yeah, rats are pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't really want one as a pet, although I almost had one. How do I know if I have enough air for a sponge filter? I mean, do you already have it hooked up? You can really, there's like a sweet spot where there's barely any bubbles, and where there's so many bubbles it's like splashing all over your hood, like right in the middle. I mean, it really depends. That's hard to say. I caught alligator lizards last summer. Yep. Yeah, we have them here. But I can't keep them. That's the problem. I want to breed them. When I was younger, like 40 or 50 years ago, you could walk outside and just, if you wanted to go find an alligator lizard, you could just walk outside and within 10 minutes you'd find one. Now, like, you actually have to search for them. No, not the Mexican alligator lizard, although those are really cool too, Dank. Just the regular alligator lizard. Now it's almost impossible. Not impossible, but it just takes forever to find them now, because their habitat is just diminishing, like, you know, like all the other animals' habitats, but still. I would love to breed them and then reintroduce them. A couple super chats here. How much an hour do you charge to stream? Well, I've cut off Mile High Pleco's $100 super chats before to end the stream, so yeah, I don't know. Brian with the $2 super chat says, thanks for the stream. That is it. It is 6 o'clock. We have come to an end. We have to thank Jamie and Brian and Pleco Nation and Jeff Froze Fish Keeping. And thanks everyone for watching, everyone for subscribing and supporting. Every week we get closer to my dream thanks to all of you guys, so I really appreciate it. And don't forget, we will be here this Thursday. We can talk about food and whatever. We can go really off subject on Thursday, but I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully I'll see you all on Thursday.